Assalamualaikum and hello YouTube, my name is Nur Muhammad from Watch and I'm back with the full review of this awesome watch. This is the Seiko Monster 4th generation SRPG57 or the Save the Ocean Antarctica special edition. Right, so I've done the unboxing of this particular watch like a few weeks back, and this is finally I've got to review this awesome and beautiful thing. But but there is something really annoying that I can't get my head off it. And why is Seiko doing this to us? And yeah, you can see that. Come on, I'm going to just give you 3 seconds to detect what is wrong with this particular watch. 1, 2, 3. Yep, for those who are a Seiko fanboy, you will guys know already that this, any Seiko for that matter, right? So whether it is 500 bucks, 300 bucks, 1000 bucks, it will have that annoying bezel alignment issue, right? So it is on this particular version, it is basically slightly misaligned to the right. And similarly, the Seiko 4th gen that I have previously, just a tad to the right, and this one is a little bit worse. But what's worse is on this particular STO Antarctica version that I've got. This is actually the second unit, right? The first unit that I've got during the unboxing, it has a, let me just show you, right? So when you turn the bezel, right, so normally you would have thought that a Seiko bezel would not have any backplay, but they do, right? So yep, they do, just a little bit, but they do. Right, so on the previous version that I have, it's not even like that. It even jump another 1 click back. So there are a few places that it jumps 1 click. Yep, one click to the right, to this direction. So I was really annoyed by that. So I asked the seller, hey man, I have this issue, can you return it to the Seiko service center? And he said that at that particular point, the Seiko service center was closed due to the lockdown. And the seller, Malaysia Watches, actually offered me to give a new unit, and it got back. So I've got it back. The previous version had a a loose bezel, but this one had a misaligned bezel. So you know what, I just kind of I don't really want to trouble anyone anymore. So yeah, you know what, I'm just going to accept that, because this one also had that same issue. And yeah, I'm going to accept it as long as the bezel is okay, right? So that's the first issue. The second issue is this Cyclops, right? So I am an engineer, so I know and I can just see things when it is not properly aligned. So this Cyclops, this candy bar Cyclops, right, is basically a little bit slanted to the left. So it's supposed to be straight like this, but it's actually, yeah, a bit slanted. If you compare it to the previous version, this is a much better execution compared to this one, right? So that's the second issue, and that's it. That's it. Okay, so I've been using this Seiko Monster 4th gen for the past, I don't know, 1.5 years already. So I know what are the quirks, what are the good points, and what are the bad points of this particular piece. So yeah, you know what, I've just wanted to get this because of the dial. So that is what I've got. So Seiko is really the master of making beautiful dials, right? So here on this STO version, Antarctica version, you can see that I'm playing with the lights where you can see those happy fits, right? So that beautiful dial is in those small little penguin fits there on the left side of the watch. And you can see that on the outer side of this dial is basically in dark blue, and when you play with the light, so on the center of the watch is actually in very light blue, so mimicking the how to say, the iceberg surfaces that you would find on the Antarctica. And on the chaptering, it's actually a very dark blue. And right, so that gives it a much needed contrast, which for me looks absolutely beautiful. That's the major attraction of this particular dial. So other than that, it's basically almost the same compared to this version. Oh, of course the lume is different, because this one is featuring this old radiant looking indices, but this one, although it is printed in white color, but it glows in green. So later on we will check that lume shot. Right, so The hands are still the same. It features this broad arrow and this our hands, and also this mini hands together with that second hands. And yeah, and oh, the indices, right? So on the later version of the Seikos, not only on this particular Seiko monster, but on other versions as well, so they have begun to add some indices on the 3 o'clock. So if you check out the previous version, the last year's version, you can see that there is no indices there, but on the latest fourth generation version, it is available. So that is a good thing when you want to see your watch during the night, right? So the one thing that Seiko fanboys cry out when the Seiko Monster 4th Gen was released is that where is the steel dial version, right? So what I mean by steel dial is that when they release this version, they only come with this PVD black bezel. There was no like this. There's no this steel bezel version without any coating whatsoever. So they released a few versions of that. There's a party version in blue as well, and also another version of black and yellow, but there was no similar pattern to this version. So finally Seiko come out with it, and it looks absolutely gorgeous, because and one thing is different. So this surface is actually bead blasted, not circular brush as this one, right? So I just love that. And the printing on this engrave is actually in very dark gray. It's not really black. Why I know it's not black? Because I have compared it to my Seiko 2nd Gen, and also I've compared it to this Heimdall Monster version 2, right? So this is my wristwatch check, guys. Alright, so you can see that this is how it looks on the first, second, and also the 3rd Gen monster. You can see that we have a circular brushing, and you can see that this is black, but this is quite a dark gray, right? So that's the difference between these few watches. And of course, you've got your usual Seiko monster case with dates, with this, how to say, this shape here looks like a bullet. Oh, I totally forgot to mention about the dimensions. We have 42 millimeters in diameter from here to here, and a lug to lug of about 48.5, a little bit more compared to the Seiko Monster Gen 1, Gen 2, and 3, and a thickness of just 13 millimeters. Very nice. And the lug width of course 20 millimeters, and we have that 7 millimeters crown, which is easy to use and easy to grip. So and one more thing, when I received this Seiko Monster, the crown, when unscrewing it and operation is okay, but when I want to screw it back in, it has that gritty feeling because there is a bit of gunk or metal dust that remains on the crown thread. So that is why I use my wife's teeth dental floss to take out all the gunks, and after it is okay. So of course it features a Seiko NH36 movement, so where you can see that I've stopped the hacked the movement. So yeah, that is how it runs. So let's go with that 10-10, right? So 10-10, come on, 10-10. Okay, boom. Very nice Seiko operation crown here. And yeah, case, your typical Seiko monster case, so with this brush and polish combination. And we have this beautiful bracelet with this male end link, but it's not really that long, so it's kind of, I just love this bracelet. It looks absolutely brutal, and at the same time it looks beautiful as well. So we have this multiple finishing brush and polish, and the clasp. Yep, I've swapped it out with a much cheaper clasp on AliExpress, because I really don't like the clasp, especially when the diverse extension stuck, always leaves a mark on my wrist. So that is why I swapped it out with this milk clasp from AliExpress. So yeah, of course it features these pins, right? So pins with those tiny little collars. So that is very annoying, and yeah, but still you can't really complain, because Seiko have been doing that for so many years already, right? So on the wrist, right, 6.75 inch wrist, and I just, every time I look at this thing, I am happy. But when I think about that bezel, I just can't forgive Seiko for giving us this annoyingly annoying bezel, right? So I just I just can't get it out of my head, guys. So why does Seiko Monster, not only on this version but only on the previous version as well, the bezel is quite wobbly? You know what? If Heimdallr can produce something like this, like you can hear that the sound is very, it's tight, it's firm, and there is no backplay whatsoever. Heimdallr can do this, and why can't Seiko, right? Let's just, yep, you can hear that. It doesn't really inspire confidence. Yep, there is that play, huge play there. Not as bad as the previous example, but still a bigger play compared to the Heimdallr. Anyway, let's just take out that frustration with a Lume shot, right? So let's give them a blast. Let's charge up the 4th gen SRPG57K1. Let's charge the 4th gen SRPG57K1, and let's just throw in the Heimdallr as well. And let's check out the Lume. Check the Lume. Okay, right. Alright, so basically nothing beats Seiko on this Lume game. So we have on the right, we have this blue Lume of the SRPG57K1, and in the middle we have this green Lume Bright from the SRPG57K1 STO Antarctica, or better known as the Happy Feet version. And on the left we have this beautiful C3 Super Luminova from the Heimdallr version 2. Yeah, I just love Lume, guys. So you can't beat Seiko on the Lume game, but still, those quality control issues does bugs me now and then. But you know what? I don't mind it. I just see this watch and it makes me happy. That's it. That's, you know what? Buying a watch is an emotional decision, right? So you don't buy watches because you need watches, because your phone has all that. You can check your phone for that if you want to know the time. But when you want to see something that is beautiful on the wrist, a watch is a must, right? So I don't know, that blue dial, that Happy Feet, it just reminds me, of course it reminds me of the penguins as well. And of course, by buying this watch, this Save the Ocean version, we are contributing something to to the environment as well. So how much does Seiko pay for this movement? I have no idea, but still I am happy that I contributed to support these penguins, right? So at the back we have a case bag with a Seiko. I still have that Seiko blue sticker there. I'm not going to be removing it anytime soon. Seiko Special Edition. I'm glad that Seiko made this in Special Edition, because if they have made this thing in limited edition, it would be a bit too much for me to swallow. So thank you very much, Seiko, for doing that. All right. So anyway, guys, so what do you think of this awesome looking watch? I just, in conclusion, Seiko is Seiko. They will have this quality issue from time to time, so you can't really do anything about it anymore, right? So it seems that they don't really care about you, but Seiko is the master of the dial game. So they produce this beautiful dial so that we keep forgetting about the quality issue. Yeah, maybe that's the case, maybe that's not the case, but still, that is my opinion. What do you guys think of this particular watch? So if you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and if you want to see more future video reviews such as this one, just go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, I'll see you soon. Stay safe. Bye bye.